It says none of Nick's friends cared about his kids enough to do anything about it. Do what and know what? Do what and know what?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll address this head on. You can't come at somebody for something that they didn't know, right?
That's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
okay. So let me ask you this. So Cody, if remember this is all alleged, right? Shout out to Nick Rekieta, all alleged. If the cops didn't know, the people, neighbors didn't know, local people didn't. Like so if no one knew. God forbid, Cody, how would you know from a YouTube screen, right? There's no way you can know, right? I hadn't been there in a year almost. I didn't know. So all these people who didn't know this, right? And remember, are kids on streams, Cody? Are you like seeing like a decline in their well-being? No. You can see a decline in his well-being, but not the kids. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not on camera.
Yeah.
So if you don't see them and you don't have information, once you get information, you can react. Kind of like what I said about Joe Pa, right? Joe Pa should have done more to protect those kids. Did he know? Well, no, but he should. How was he supposed to do more? You see what I'm saying? How was he supposed to do more if he didn't even have the information? Once he got information, he can react.
Right.
I always find these people funny because look, these are the kind of people that go like this. Yeah, and what are you doing about insert thing, right? Like people dying over iPhones in China, right? CCP did this. What are you doing about it? Well, I did. Well, I saw your YouTube feed. It said that you watch videos on this topic. Why haven't you done anything? What do you want me to do? Exactly. You can only do something with the information you have and the resources you have to combat that information. I got the information, Cody, the whole like, holy shit, dude, this is like, code red. You better get in there and intervene.
Yeah.
When I would argue most people got it. Because remember, don't get me wrong, people said things, right? Oh, Drex, man, hey, when's the last time you went over there? You should check. But you know how this works, Cody. How does life work? You're busy doing stuff until there's a something's like making you stop, like, working, doing things you're doing. You got a kid, you're doing these things until something makes you jump into action. You're kind of like, oh, I'm sure it's just nothing, right? Because everyone minimizes a problem.
Yeah.
Right. You work on cars, cars. How many times has someone had something break on their car, right? And they kept minimizing it. Yeah, that check engine light's been on for a while, but hey, the car runs smooth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when something busts, they're like, oh shit.
Right. And that's the thing is, everybody could see a decline and, people reached out here and there, but that has nothing to do with children. So people were like, well, you said you were going to hold an intervention. It's like, what does that have to do with knowing about children and not reporting a child abuse thing? No one. This was out of the realm of a possibility until like 3 days ago or some shit. Like no one even thought of that. Well, I mean, I'm sure somebody somewhere thought of it, but like no one really thought of that. So like to be like, well, why didn't you do anything a year ago when you knew? It's like, no, now in the chat, like now the allegation. What does that doesn't mean anybody knew about children being involved in anything. Allegedly.
Yeah.
So
allegedly,
like that's So like that's like I understand the whole why didn't you like say something to an addict and try to get them to stop. I understand that perspective, but then again, you've never encountered an addict in your family.
Facts. And I'll be fair to you. Because I'll be fair because Cody, if I had been going over there as consistently as I was, people would have every reason to give me all the smoke. You see what I'm saying? Because like, hold up, Drex, you've been going over there consistently.
Yeah.
You saw this other couple there. Why didn't you see? Yeah, then you could come at me. But I haven't been there since July 2023.
Yeah.
So okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in person in like, oh my god,
last time I saw him was Nashville.
Me too. Last time I saw him.
What month was that?
That was like August of last year. So that was
it was August, or was it like I thought it was fall, right?
It's something like, well, isn't August not fall? I don't know.
Yeah. It was like September, October. Yeah, whatever that time was the last time I saw him physically in person.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like if people put like a timeline together, they'd be like, oh, okay. So guess what? Camelot. If the last time I saw him in person, I had never heard of these people, Aaron and April. I never heard of these people before.
By the way, Aaron Imholt's the only person that could have ever done anything, by the way. For people that are like actually wanting to like be angry at a person. That's the guy was literally there doing the stuff at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you weren't physically there, it's like, yeah, what did you want me to do? So yeah, I wasn't there. Cody wasn't there. None of the YouTubers that you see were there.
Yeah, and that another good point that's kind of related to the prior thing is everybody's like, oh, why didn't you do something when you noticed deterioration? It's like, well, there's a bunch of forums out there that claim they called this 2 years ago and didn't do anything either. Like no one did anything. It's like so like, that's the thing. It's like, well, I called it. It's like, well, why didn't you do anything? It's like, oh, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't because I didn't really, because you don't know. Like that's the point.